Today is December 22nd. Today's quote is entitled, Being Tolerant. Being tolerant is an example of you realizing you are not the controller. So recently, we were doing a forgiveness workshop, and this one theme kept coming up over and over again, that in learning how to forgive, part of what we're learning is somehow or other to not be the controller. I can't control the actions of another person. And this theme kept coming up in such a way that we started discussing how every event in this world which we don't like is just a lesson that I'm not the controller. And that lesson, it's so difficult to learn because we've practiced being the controller for so many lifetimes. And it sounds so simple. Oh yeah, of course I know that. I'm not the enjoyer, I'm not the controller. But that lesson that I'm not the enjoyer, I'm not the controller, is not easy to learn. In every situation in life in which we have difficulty, every situation in life in which we're frustrated, every situation in life where we become resentful or angry or intolerant is really just an example of our inability to control a situation and then our frustration with it, our inability to tolerate it. Or a situation in which we wanted to enjoy something and things didn't go our way and we couldn't enjoy it, and then we get frustrated. And so Krishna is teaching us through material nature this most valuable lesson that you're not the controller, I'm not the controller, we're not the controllers. And until we learn that lesson, we can't fully and properly awaken our Krishna consciousness. So if we don't learn it, Krishna's going to constantly teach it to us. He's going to show us through various situations. No, you're not the controller. You can't control this person. You can't control this situation. You can't manipulate things in this way or that way to get what you want. You have to go along with the way things are and just learn how to accept and learn how to tolerate. And that's the lesson. When you learn how to accept and tolerate, then you're accepting there's a controller greater than you, and you accept his control. And that's why a pure devotee, he can accept everything as Krishna's mercy. He doesn't ask Krishna for things that won't help his service just because they'll make his life more comfortable or increase his pleasure. He doesn't think that way. He's trying to learn and allowing himself to learn through tolerance, through acceptance, through apology, through forgiveness, that here's a situation that happened, I can't control it, I can't change it, I can't change the way people do things, I can't change the way people think, but I can't tolerate it. I can't accept that, I can't change it. And so what's the use of not tolerating it? What's the point of being angry with it? But as soon as I accept it, then I'm actually accepting that I'm not the controller. At that point, I'm living with the realization I'm not the controller. So yeah, we may say, yeah, I understand I'm not the controller. Yeah, great, you understand it. But living it is an entirely different thing. We understand so many things we don't live. And so the goal of Krishna consciousness in the beginning is to understand. But once we understand, then the goal is to live it. Not just say, I understand it, and then act in contrary ways. So look at your life, look at the world, look at situations, and the more you can be tolerant of the things that are not going your way, the more you're actually becoming Krishna conscious. In fact, we can say tolerance is the essence of humility, and humility, we can say, is the essence of spirituality, because humility means at that point I am fully accepting I'm no longer the enjoyer and controller, and pride is a manifestation of control and enjoyment. So it's nice to see it that way. When that tendency for enjoyment and control reduces to the point of zero, that's called humility, and humility is the basis for becoming Krishna conscious.